Hi, I'm Tasha DeChara. Let's get started on those 4 basic shapes that are essential to our everyday drawing. As you can see, I've already divided the paper into 4 squares. We're going to be doing a circle, a cube, a cone, and a cylinder. What you'll need is a piece of paper, and do the same thing on your paper, and a pencil. So let's get started. Our first major shape is a circle. And so what I want you to do is in this first square, we're going to draw a circle. In the second square, we're going to do a cube. And how we're going to do the cube, start your square down here. We're going to draw a basic square first. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to draw an angle right off this corner here. Once you get that angle in, go ahead and take your pencil and line it up on the angle and kind of just slide it down to the corner so you kind of have an idea of where you want this angle to go. Then you're going to do the same thing over to this side. Then you simply just connect your dots. Like so. And you have your cube. Next to the cone is basically a triangle, so you're going to start with your triangle. At the bottom, instead of coming straight across to complete our triangle, what we're going to do is we're going to make a little smiley face because we're all happy to be drawing our circles and cones and cylinders and cubes. The last but not least is the cylinder. I do a small little smiley face there, and then I come around and I do kind of a frowny face on the top. If you notice, it is a squishy circle. It's like taking a circle and going square. So you have almost 2 little points at the ends. And at those points, what I want you to do is take your pencil and draw 2 straight lines down. And then for the bottom, instead of coming straight across, to make it look 3D or look round, what you're going to do is take this little smiley face and we want to make its brother smiley face right down here. Okay? What a lot of people tend to do, what you do not want to do, is they make the top of their cylinder too much like a circle. They come straight down, so they have the right idea there, but then they come straight across here. So you need the top to always mirror the bottom, just like with these on the square, you need your angles to match. So this is a no-no. So there we have it, the 4 basic shapes: circle, cube, cone, cylinder. The next step, we're going to add some shading and make these look 3D. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is start with a circle. And we need to decide where our light is coming from, because that's what's going to create the shading. And for this particular project, and you, after we finish doing this project here, if you feel free at home to make your sunlight coming from here or here, try out different things. It's kind of neat to see the different effects from that. But our light's going to be coming from this side because I want it to. All right, because the light's coming from here, this is going to be much lighter on this side than this side. Take your pencil, and when I was drawing my shapes, notice I was holding my pencil like this. But to shade, a lot of times it's easier, and you get a smoother look if you hold it like this. And you're just going to start from the top, and notice how I'm following the shape of the circle over here on the side. And I'm really, really going to make that nice and dark, okay? As I'm going to come towards the center, and as a matter of fact, I'll put a really light line here. I'm going to continue to straighten out that curve so that by the time I come to the center, I'm not only using less pressure on my pencil, but I'm making my line go straight up and down. Okay, so this is just a basic first layer. And then you never want your shading just to end. So what you're going to do is once you come onto this side, again, little pressure, but see, notice my curves are going to start going the other way. Like so. So I want you to go ahead and start doing that, and I'm going to continue filling mine in. This is just a basic layer, and as you can see, you can go back and fill in more. And as I do that, I'm also going to blend it. Now you can just use your finger, and it kind of mushes everything together. I'm not blending up and down, I'm blending with the stroke. If you happen to have this handy little tool, it's called a stomp, or sometimes you can use tissue paper as well. The stomp is basically a blending tool, and see how it really mushes this in? So go ahead and get started on that, and I'll finish my little circle over here. The cube, and what we're going to do with the cube, again, our light source is coming from this direction, and so again it would be lighter here, very dark here. It's going to be a darkest side. So switch over here again, use your pencil on the holding it like this and really just darken this right now. I'm not too worried if I go over the lines because I can erase that out, and it's better instead of trying to just go up to the edge, you want to go over so it looks more natural. Okay? Once you've got your side darkened in, we're going to go ahead and start gradiating. So this will be dark, but not as dark as here. And as you come over, straight up and down, get lighter and lighter, which means just less pressure on your pencil. You usually want at least 3 values or tones in your shading. You want a light and then a medium, which I could make a little bit darker, and then a dark. So I have light, medium, dark. Okay, and then on the top of the square coming up here, we're going to have this cube, a solid cube. So in that instance, what we're going to do is we're going to, again, start here. Make it dark. Notice how I'm going on the angle. As I come over, just make it lighter. And again, go past the line. You don't care if it goes over the line. That's what we have erasers for. So continue to shade your shape in. I'm going to just go ahead and blend my shape, and I'll meet you on the cube and cone in a moment. And voila! The source is coming from up here. And what we're going to do, what I do with the cone is I put a light line down the middle, as you can see I've done here. And the reason for that, I'm going to show you over here to the side, is oftentimes when people go to shade the cone, they start in and see how I'm going on the angle and I'm going dark. But what they do, instead of coming up to the point each time, they tend to go like this, which really doesn't create the effect you want at all. So what we're going to do, and instead of keeping the same angle and going all the way down, which is wrong, what you're going to do is start dark on the right side, but as we come over to this side and towards the middle, we're going to continue to go right up to the point, but we're going to start straightening those lines out so that once you get to the middle, you're straight up and down, similar like we did with the circle. So really darken up this right side. I'm going to continue shading mine, you shade yours, and I'll meet you in on the cylinder in a moment. And there's our cone. And so, obviously, this will be lighter, this will be darker. So go ahead, you should know the drill by now. We're going to go ahead and make this side darker, up and down. As you come towards the center of the cylinder, again, lessen that pressure on your pencil until you go almost to nothing. Again, light, medium, dark. Go over those lines so you and erase them after, but they look, so it looks natural. And then on the top, what we're going to do is we're going to start here, and this is all going to be dark. Oops. And then as you come towards the center, lighter, and to nothing. Go ahead and blend that in with your blender or your finger or your tissue, whatever works for you. And I'll meet you in a minute.